Canon 5D Mark IV. Is the sensor crop when you're shooting in 4K really a big deal? Let's find out. Hello, and thank you for joining me in today's episode of Shooter's Point of View. I'm Carlos Quintero from mediaonq. And today, we're going to try to determine if there's a legitimate concern behind the sensor crop when you're shooting in 4K on the Canon 5D Mark IV. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the scene. So I'm shooting with the Canon 5D Mark IV in 1080. I'm using the Canon 24-105 f4L lens, and I am on the wide end of the lens, so I'm at 24 millimeters, shooting at f4. I am approximately 6 feet, give or take an inch or two, from the camera, and in meters I believe that's about 1.8 meters. So that's what the scene is, and this is what you're seeing with the field of view at 24 millimeters shooting at 1080, and that means there is no crop on the sensor right now. Now let's switch the camera over to 4K recording mode so that we can get that crop factor and then determine what is it that we need to do to fix or work around the sensor crop when you're shooting in 4K. And bam, there's the crop factor we've all been hearing about, right? So now what does it take to compensate for this crop factor? I'm gonna use this little tape measure here so that we can then determine how far back I need to move to recompose my shot and go back to the framing that we originally had. I previously had set up a mark using gaffer's tape to see where the tripod was previously, and now I'm going to measure to see what that distance or what that difference is when I had to move it back. So there you have it. I basically have the same composition after moving the camera back 3 feet, and to me it really wasn't that big of a deal. So I generally don't shoot in spaces where I don't have at least 3 feet worth of wiggle room to make adjustments. So to me, it's not a huge deal. I don't shoot inside of cars with DSLRs. I have other tools for that. And wide shots are really the hardest, maybe, when you're dealing with crop factors. And this is one way of dealing with the sensor crop on the 5D Mark IV. I'm interested to know, what do you guys think? I mean, is this a workable solution, or is it a deal breaker for the camera? Now, there might be other reasons why the camera is not the camera that someone would choose, but the crop factor, and what we've been hearing on the internet for months now about the crop factor on the Canon 5D Mark IV when you're shooting in 4K, is not that big of a deal to me. I hope you found this information useful and somewhat entertaining. Until next time, I'm Carlos Quintero from mediaonq, helping you compete in today's web economy. Thank you for watching.